Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Now I'm in Cincinnati, and it's lit. I'm having a great time. The weather is actually really nice today. The first day I got here, it was not so great. It was kind of cold, but today is a very nice day, a beautiful day out. They just did the weigh-ins. The fighters made the weight. There was some confusion with the scale, and I want to give you guys some of my takeaways. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm working hard for you guys. Now, there's some confusion with the scale. It was like it wasn't set right or whatever. So initially they said Granados missed weight, Lamont Peterson missed weight, David Adrien missed weight. And it was just like, come on, like I never seen that 3 out of 4 fighters back to back to back, all pro level. It would be one thing if these were like no name fighters, but these are like professionals and people who are reaching the heights of their career. So for all of them to miss weight, that just the probability, I've never seen that at all the fights I've covered or even the fights that I've watched. I've never seen that. So they brought in a second scale, and that scale was set correctly or whatever, and it wasn't off, and they reweighed Peterson. He made it. So did Adrien and Granados. So we have ourselves a fight. Now, one of the takeaways from Broner, like before the weigh-in, he was with just a couple of his friends. We're in the lobby. Everyone's in the lobby. And the dude seemed very chill, cool, calm, and collected. Now, Broner said he was turning a new leaf. I don't know, because he said that in the past and kind of reverted back. He had that bowling alley case and stuff. But he might be serious this time, because he seemed in good spirits, but he also seemed really mellow and really chill. I don't know, he just seems like he wants to scrap. So I think we might be getting a really focused Adrien Broner, but still a dangerous opponent, because Adrien Granados, I've seen it in his eyes, like he really wants the victory too. You know what I mean? He really seems like he's coming for it, and he thinks he can beat him. And you always got to watch out for the Granadoses of the world, who, if you look at their resume, okay, they have some losses, but they're not coming to lay down, and they know what's at stake if they actually beat that person. Broner has a name. Broner's a star. You beat him, then you're the man, and you know what I'm saying, you can inherit and get the bigger paydays, inherit some of that celebrity. So it's a good fight, man. I'm excited for this triple header. Now, you guys seen in the title, let me explain to you what's going on. This is the first time ever that I've heard of anything from any of the networks. True TV, HBO, Showtime, anything. So what they're doing this weekend, they have a free preview weekend for Showtime. So I don't know if it was for this boxing event or maybe this is just on their annual calendar to give this weekend for free. So if you guys have a TV, even if you don't have Showtime, the Showtime network, you can watch the Broner-Granados fight for free 99, right? But even more than that, all the people with phones and devices, let's say you don't have a TV, on Showtime's official verified boxing page, I think they have 2, but I'll link to it in the description. It's Showtime Boxing. I think they have regular Showtime, the whole network, and they used to talk about boxing on that, but then they branched off and now they have a separate Twitter account for just their boxing. And again, I'll put the link in the description. If you have a mobile device or if you have a phone and you go to that, then you'll be able to stream. They're doing a live stream of the Broner fight on Twitter, which is landmark. I've never seen them do this with any fight, anybody's fight. So the fact that you're getting not only a triple header, and who says it? Funk Flex. Be clear. Let's be clear. This is why I came out to Cincinnati. I'm a California kid. You know what I'm saying? But I came out because I thought it was lit. I really liked the card, and I wanted to give you guys the coverage. But Lucas Brown and Thomas Top Dog Williams, or excuse me, I said Marcus Brown and Thomas Top Dog Williams, they seem to not like each other. So I really feel like they're trying to put a hurting on each other. Someone might get knocked out. So that's a good fight. It's going to be action. Neither one's like really known for or revered for their defense, so I think it's going to be a barn burner type of fight. Lamont Peterson, he's always a crafty fighter. Sometimes he showboats in there. He's athletic. He has a flashy type of style, but he can box. And then David Adrien, he's coming off the Shane Mosley win. And what I like about that is you're going to want to watch that fight, because the winner of that fight is the WBA mandatory for the winner of Garcia Thurman. So it just kind of makes sense. You want to see who the players are and who's going to be a mandatory and who's going to carry that responsibility to the winner of Garcia Thurman, which is coming up soon, March 4th. So action at the welterweight. And then obviously Broner-Granados. Granados' style has been the style that has given Broner some problems, some issue. Volume guys, come forward pressure guys that are tough, who can get knocked down and show you they can get back up. He showed you that in the Mir Mom fight. Sometimes force Broner, who might be a little bit more economical with his punches, force him to throw more punches. You have to be in shape and have good stamina to keep a guy like that off you. And then for Granados' part, he's gonna, Mir Mom knocked him down. Broner knocked Sean Porter down at like 144 or whatever weight it was. So Sean Porter never got knocked down by Keith Thurman, so you got to give Broner props. So to me, if Broner stops Granados, I would be really impressed, because Granados, no matter what, I don't think he's lost via stoppage. I don't think anyone stopped him. And he was friends with Ed Brown and stuff. He sparred Broner. He's from a tough part of Chicago, so you know what I mean. He's built tough. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a good fight, man. Triple header, and they're streaming it on Twitter. Wow. Steven Espinoza, shout out to you, brother. Man, this is crazy what Showtime is doing. They had that announcement, and they're like, we're doing 7 marquee fights. And the sad thing is, I know about business in general. I told you guys I'd worked up through the Lowe's Corporation before I was doing this, and we were in tune with what Home Depot was doing. They gave us, the managers, they gave us, like, allotted us a certain amount of time every month or whatever to leave, take our vests off, take our name tags off, and go to the competition, which at where I live, there's one within 5 minutes, a Home Depot within 5 minutes. And they gave us time off the clock, paid time. They paid us to go look at the competition, see what they were doing right, see what they were doing wrong, and look for ideas and stuff like that, and just kind of scout and spy, basically, see what the competition is doing. And the reason I brought that up is because Showtime is killing Mikey Garcia. He has potentially one of the knockouts of this year in Dejan Zlatić in title fight, and now he's a WBC champion, right? You have on that same card the main event, Leo Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton, and now they're 1-1. Frampton has his first pro loss because Leo Santa Cruz actually outboxed Carl Frampton, which was a surprise to a lot of people, and he avenged his loss, his first pro loss. So we'll see what they decide to do. Before that, James DeGale, Badu Jack. You got James DeGale getting his teeth knocked out on national TV, and Floyd Mayweather's promoting it, so it got a lot of exposure. And Badu Jack is throwing viciously and looking great in the second half, and it was just an all-out war, fight of the year type. On that same card, my dude Gervonta Tank Davis looked sensational, dominant, didn't fight like a challenger, and he stopped a champion who had never been stopped, who's taller than him, way more pro level experience, and wins over Tevin Farmer. I mean, it's great stuff for Showtime. And then in March, you got Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Andres Fonfara's on that card. Shout out to my dude Andres Fonfara. He's fighting Chad Dawson. It's just, they're killing. And then this new idea, this zany idea to put Broner's fight in the triple header, streaming on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because sometimes fans don't have these channels, and then they look for it. They go to Periscope or whatever, and let's say Cotto Kirkland, that fight didn't happen, but some people weren't going to buy that on pay-per-view, so they would just stream it. Now you have the actual company, Showtime, who is streaming the fight for you. So even if you don't have the network, you can get it on the free preview if you have a TV, or you can go to their Twitter and watch the fight like that. And this is the thing. Sometimes free people, when people offer free things, it's usually not the best that they have to offer. And in all actuality, this is a very good loaded Showtime card. They could have clearly took a card where it was a couple fights that people didn't want to see, you know what I'm saying? And then say, hey, we're going to do a free preview weekend, but they're giving you a Broner fight. Broner, like I said, is a star, and all the fights on the card should be competitive. And I'm not just saying that. I don't work for Showtime, but that's just how I see it. And that's the crazy thing about it, is they're giving you all this for free. So shout out to Steven Espinoza and Showtime, and just Broner, Granados, Cincinnati. I'm having a good time out here, and it's just crazy. HBO really got to do something. You got to do something, baby. Everybody listening, like that's just how I see it, man. HBO got to step it up, ramp it up with their regular programming, because this is on Showtime. This is not Showtime pay-per-view like Mayweather was on, right? This is regular Showtime, and now you're getting the chance to watch it for free. Big difference. On top of that, they have multiple fights, and Al Heyman is killing the he winning lawsuits. He's not doing interviews. He's like Kaiser Soze, and he's still putting on all this. And people, it's getting to the point with Al Heyman where you're starting to, if you're still saying Al Heyman is the cancer of boxing, maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, you could say that, and it might be somewhat acceptable to some people, but it's getting to the point with what Al Heyman is doing right now, and you're looking dumber and dumber to go against the grain and say these types of things. The Mikey Garcia on a card with Leo Santa Cruz and Carl Frampton, Badu Jack, James DeGale, championship light or super middleweight fight on the same card with Tank Davis, a championship IBF fight, right? And then Broner on Twitter being streamed and free preview if you have a TV. I mean, these are all Heyman fighters and Heyman cards and stuff too, in association with Showtime. So you got to give Heyman credit. So the detractors who said, "Oh, Heyman, he's ruining boxing." I mean, when is HBO giving? Like, they didn't even put Francisco Vargas's last fight on no free stream. I mean, they might do something like that now because the competition beat him to it. But to me, this is a pretty big announcement. Like, they're like, can't beat him, join him. We're gonna stream the fight now. And I guarantee it'll probably it'll trend on Twitter. Mark my words, it'll trend. Not only because it's a good fight and it might have some drama to it, but they're streaming it on Twitter. So I think this is a brilliant idea from Showtime marketing team or whoever's in charge of it, and it helps grow the sport because it affords people who don't have Showtime, even though I think they have like 73 million homes that they do or whatever it is. But it might even entice more people if you have the money to get Showtime. Like, oh shit, this is some good boxing, the triple header. So it could work in that way. But also, it just helps grow the sport because it'll turn more eyes to boxing. Like, who's this Broner kid and who's Granados or whoever wins these fights? You know what I mean? Now people it's all about what you're exposed to. You know what I mean? And now these people are getting the proper exposure. And then the next week, Al Heyman has Deontay Wilder card on Fox, two heavyweight fights on Fox, with another fight that just got bumped up and elevated to a title fight because Jamal Charlo moved up in weight. So now Tony Harrison, Jarrett Hurd is now a 154-pound IBF title fight. Crazy stuff from the Heyman side. Shout out to Showtime. I'm really happy with this news. Link in the description in case you want to stream it tomorrow. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.